Hey everyone, welcome back to God Hand.
You're only allowed to stop working when you're dead. You must keep working. More than one of you should be enjoying this.
This game has gotta be a window into Shinji Mikami's freak zones. Like, there's too much BDSM for it to just be coincidence. Right? I don't know. This level is a mighty change of pace from the ones we've been going through lately. There's gonna be a lot less skipping of enemies in this. A lot more required fights. They swamp you with enemies in this one. Just wave after wave after wave after wave. You get hammered. It's a seriously difficult level with a really unforgiving checkpointing system, which has not been the case up until now in God Hand. For as brutal as this game's difficulty is, and for as harsh as the reputation is, they've been pretty good about checkpoints, and that dynamic difficulty system it works really well, especially here on normal, where you get the full gamut. Unfortunately, we got a demon spawn really early on, and it happens to be a trident demon. That's unfortunate because I'm pretty sure there's another fixed demon spawn downstairs. So having to use resources this early on in the level? That's a bad omen. They start you off... at least we get his trident near the end of the fight with full durability. They start you off with a couple of waves that just... they might soften you up a little bit, but they're generally not too hard. They're just mooks that we kind of fought before. They're mooks that we've been mowing down all throughout the game with relative ease. Low-level ones. Stuff gets pretty crazy starting around here. I'm going to throw this away so that I have it for some of the later waves. Because I definitely don't need it for these three. The next wave is going to spawn once two of these die. So the fact that I got all three at the same time means I don't have to fight a wave of 4, but a wave of 3. Including an elite Baraka guy. Flanked by someone with a spiked bat, and really standard weak enemy. That, the heart of the card strikes again. That card drop is gonna play a pretty important role. Once one more from that second wave dies, oh shit, we get even more enemies, including a whip lady, which is never a good shit just inside the range. Never ever a good synergy with other enemies, and an elite Amazon. She jumped into it, good. So this is where it starts to get really, really tough. The whip lady needs to go down. Absolute priority number 1. Okay. Yo, what are you doing? Normally when a demon spawns, the rest of the AI tones down in aggression to give you a fighting chance against a much harder than usual mini-boss caliber enemy, but Baraka just wanted it. He still... okay, he stopped. He just wanted around that corner. Get eyes on me. Fuck. I really, really need this one to drop his trident. I don't like fighting trident demons straight up. They're a pain in the ass. Okay, good. I got that lucky. Oh, shit. I didn't expect it to break before it died. Okay. I'm not super accustomed to fighting these after they drop their weapons, so the moveset's a little unfamiliar. Get out of here. Okay, now we can just take him on. Straight up. No problem. That's good. So the hardest part of this level is about to be over. I don't think there's another wave. There are a couple more enemies in the stage. We weather the storm, though. Holy shit. Come on. You have so much health. He's stunned pretty easy, though. Yeah, it's a pretty rough stage.
Thank you! Thank you!
Thank you.
So Shinji Mikami flashes his puckering butthole at us and takes off. And for our troubles, we get Forearm Smash 2, which is not really worth it. I still have this spike bat. Fall back on. And we escaped that pretty well. Oh, and the demon dropped a double snap kick, which is a good-ass move. It's another launcher. No, sorry. It's a juggle. Get the launcher terminology mixed up because God Hand is the only game that refers to that as a launcher. In every other game, it's something that pops you up into the air like High Time. Oh, we traded. We did it again! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Get out. Fuck. No, I cannot die right here. No way. No, 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 no. Are you shitting me? That's so embarrassing. I just choked so bad. Like, I had this moment of, no, I can't die here. Like, I just went through all that. That would be stupid if I died and then sat there like a deer in headlights. Fuck's sake. Ridiculous. Nah.
You came here to kill me too, huh?
Say what?
You're not going to trick me! Try this rock upside your head!
The Sorcerer Midget. He's not the worst boss in the world. He's not even the worst midget boss in the game. But he is kind of a pain in the ass. And this is the main reason why. If he's on the ground unattended to for more than like half a second, he calls in ads. But they can be used against him like that. If you just pop them up, you can use them as projectiles, but he immediately recalls their asses. It's not like you just get that one wave of ads. You get as many as he pleases. And he started mixing the elites in, too. It's always just two enemies. They're nothing complicated or super strong. They're just there to kind of grind the pace of the fight down. And be nuisances, which I don't like. Oh, neither of them hit the rock platform. Shit. Yeah, he uses two attacks while he's in the air. He'll either use that magnetic grab attack, where he kind of floats around directly above you, tries to suck you in. Yeah, the reverse holds. Or he'll do what he's doing now. Fuck. I thought I had the timing. Or he just telekinetically throws a bunch of rocks at you. Eventually, after enough attacks, he tires himself out. You don't actually have to hit him off of the platform. You can just wait him out. And yeah, there are a bunch of barrels, crates, and stuff scattered around the arena. Some of them contain weapons like the 2x4. And you can just throw barrels and crates at him to knock him off the platform. He doesn't stay stunned for as long as he does when he tires himself out, if you knock him down. Like, you can Shoryuken him, you can launch enemies at him as a projectile, you can throw stuff off him. Those will all get him on the ground, so you can do a little bit extra damage. but your biggest window of opportunity is going to be right after he is tired out from attacking like this. So you just want to try to combo him as best you can before the reinforcements come to break up the fun. Let's get him back. Come on, Chain Yanker. This will give me the stake driver, and we can be done with this. I didn't think the stake driver was gonna kill, actually. Oh no, tell me he's not gonna get... Damn it! Well, I blew that one. Okay, we have to wait for another cycle, because there's nothing left to throw, and it's gonna be a little bit hard to juggle the elites. Not... Oh god. Me feel English? That's impossible! Not impossible to juggle them. Just a little bit of work. All we really have to do is run around the arena avoiding rocks. If we're lucky, when you're directly below him while he's tossing the rocks around, he can actually hit himself with his own psychokinetic rocks and knock himself off the platform. He can also hit the other two elites, and after he's finished, you still have to deal with the remaining ads. And since we've just been through all that in the previous level, I'm willing to just pop the God Hand and be done with it. Yep. Not terribly necessary, but no reason not to, really.
Wow.
Not gonna need it for a good long while anyway. Think you picked the wrong game to appear in. So he might be a reference to another Clover game. Kinda looks like Salazar a little bit, but beyond that, I'm not sure. Like, I think that it might be what the gold bars he drops are referring to, is the way, like, RE4 bosses drop big bricks of gold on death. But I'm not too certain about that. Oh, and speaking of other Mikami games, God Hand actually affected the development of Vanquish and its whole design ethos. Mikami thought that he had too much freedom on God Hand, and that resulted in a game that only ever achieved a cult following, at least in his mind. So they designed Vanquish to appeal to a more mainstream audience, and it's still a super niche, fairly obscure game that didn't really sell amazingly, but I guess the biggest influence of God Hand's design on Vanquish might be in the difficulty. Because Vanquish, while it's challenging enough to be stimulating, it's not the hardest game in the world. But you do still see a little bit of remnants of God Hand's difficulty in Vanquish, because the hardest difficulty in that game is called God Hard. And that's a straight-up reference to God Hand. There's another reference to God Hand in that, and it's the pummel attacks, which are almost identical to Gene's punch pummels. Actually, come to think of it, someone in the comments for one of the previous episodes was talking about how they wished God Hand would get a sequel. And I would love to see that too, but I don't think there's a chance in hell that's ever going to happen.
Wow.
I told them that, and it turns out the producer for Okami-den wanted to make a sequel years ago, and Mikami occasionally still brings it up from time to time, how he would still love to go back and collaborate with Capcom again to make another God Hand. I still don't think it's ever going to happen. Like, I think this game as a series is deader than Rival Schools and Darkstalkers put together, but it's nice to know it's still alive in someone's mind. Yeah. I feel like every time I encounter one of the samurai dudes and I don't get hit in the ankles with one of his super fast low attacks, I feel really lucky.
Awesome.
Because everything else he does, at least at the start of a combo, is dodgeable with up dodge. He ends some of his combos with a downward vertical slice that you have to sidestep. But for the most part, you can start off all his combos with up dodge, except when he does this, like, super fast, I don't know, like 6 frame low? That's a single strike. So first, we hit the switch on the belly of the statue. We beat up this non-mustachioed dial. Kind of combat adjudicator-esque. That opens up the lighter with a big green flame. Lights the cigar. The stone cigar? Let's try to get these guys off. Yeah, bye-bye. They're taking a trip. And the final switch is right up here. Trying to knock her off, too. Nope, invisible wall. Excellent. So the final switch makes him take a big puff of his cigar. That reveals an otherwise invisible green bridge of glowing energy. Yeah, not gonna mess around with her. Straight onwards. Onward and forward. To our second encounter with Tiger Joe. Unfortunately, as much as I like Tiger Joe, this is the exact same fight as before. Nothing's changed. Except the arena, which I think is kind of nice and dramatic. Oh shit! I thought the end of the bridge got walled off at the beginning of this fight. Oh no, this is a whole party. Okay, let's try to deal with this. Yeah, no, this is a whole big party. We got the conga line coming. What? No! I've tried to knock Tiger Joe off the bridge on my own time before, and I've never been able to do it. He always hits some kind of invisible wall, so I didn't think I could knock him off like that. Okay, well, that's 3 in 1. That sucks. That's not the way I wanted the Tiger Joe fight to end. Oh, at least we've seen everything he's capable of. Fuck. So usually at the end of the second Tiger Joe encounter, he either compliments you for beating him without using roulette or god hand, or he kind of berates you for cheesing him out, but I guess ending C is he falls off a bridge and dies, and dead men throw no shade.
We meet again. I've been looking for you.
I don't recall sending you an invitation. Admit it. You missed me, didn't you?
I'm here for the big guy.
I'm not interested in the last wish of a dead man. I just need a real man who knows how to pleasure a woman.
Big guy! What in the world did you see in this chica anyway? Whatever. I'm sending her back to hell, so she's all yours.
You are so amazing.
Unlike Elvis, Shannon wastes no time going demon form. You're kinda at the mercy of luck dodging those fireballs unless you're running. Also, like the demon form of Elvis, we have a remix of her theme. Some more similarities to Demon Elvis. What the fuck? That was janky. I heard her start the fireball up, so I just didn't want to even deal with the randomness of that. Shit, she might still... Oh, no, good. Pummel time. Yeah, more similarities to Demon Elvis. This is not a very interesting fight. It's a lot of throw a couple punches, backflip away, repeat, 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 repeat. So it's not the most interesting fight in the world. The thing that makes this kind of an annoying fight is her random ass fireballs that, again, you're kind of at the mercy of luck trying to dodge. The most advantageous scenario for dodging those fireballs that I found, let's switch back to Yes Man Kablam real quick, is for that circle prompt to come up, the QTE to avoid an incoming attack. Because then you get a little bit of invincibility rolling under her, then you can just backflip at the end of that. But for the most part, it's a pain in the ass to dodge. Can't do it reliably. It's okay. Still take care of this. The fireballs also stun you immediately. So the only other aspect to this fight is the QTE. Occasionally you'll see a circle prompt flash up to avoid. You can also just backflip the attack that's for. But if you avoid it, you'll roll through Shannon's lower half's legs, and you'll get to punch the little butthole eye. God, it is a butthole eye, isn't it? It's a very Resident Evil kind of design, actually. It seems to take slightly more damage, but more importantly, you just get a good few second long window to attack without reprise. And that's all there is to Shannon. Shannon 2. I find the first fight to be a lot more interesting.
No, I'm not ready to die.
Die? You're not gonna die. I'm just sending you home.
But I still want to have fun here.
It's only fun to you. Well, looky here. Everyone's come to say goodbye.
Worthless! Wretches!
If you bump into the big guy in hell, tell him I said hi.
Two deaths were a pretty hard stage, isn't too bad. But they were two terrible deaths. Like, 2 deaths in 2 episodes have just been deer in headlight moments.
It looks like the ones you put so much faith in are gone.
Foolish human. Finishing one worthless mortal is nothing. I don't need your help. I already have the power to fulfill our goals.
Goals? You mean resurrecting Angra? A pointless exercise. We could easily rule this world together.
Human, remember your place.
Do as you wish. I shall choose my own path.
A path to ruin. Soon you'll be nothing but an insect in the palm of my hand. Insect.
Okay, we're not going to waste any time getting into stage number 6.
Well, at least Olivia's not as bad as that crazy bitch. She went out again. Yeah! Olivia!
Oh man, that's a pretty good cutscene that precedes this one. The whole gimmick of this stage is that we have to destroy 2 obelisks. There are 5 or 6 in the level, and all but 2 of them are mirages that are only revealed when you try to run up close to them. The other gimmick of this kind of more open desert area are the sand vortexes. which if you get too close to them, you have to do a QTE prompt, otherwise you get sucked in and instantly die.
I don't got any batteries for you, Tinny. Huh. Took a trip to the shop, huh?
Dr. Ion number 2. There's only one difference in this fight, but it's a really big one. His drill form and his rocket launcher form both have this claw arm now that I think really changes how you have to avoid him. Actually, in this phase, you don't have to avoid him at all because you could just stun lock him. Kind of a big oversight there. The drill form becomes a lot more dangerous now because it's a little tricky to sidestep the claw. When it was just the fist and the drill, you could kind of sidestep cancel rapidly, and that made it really easy. You have to use a lot more discretion in this phase now, which makes it the hardest phase as opposed to one of the easier ones where you could really lay on a lot of damage in the first fight. But yeah, you're going to get most of your damage from the rocket launcher phase in Dr. Ion 2. This phase is exactly the same as it was before. Oh, wow. Didn't even get an attack off that time. I'm okay with this. He is taking an awfully long time to stun, though. There we go. God damn, half of his life gone before the pummel prompt came up. That's really it, though. That's all of Dr. Ion 2's abilities. Wish there was a little bit more variety in this. Or at the very least, I wish his claw arm was a bit faster in the third phase so he could do something. Yeah, might as well pop it just to speed this up. We can cancel it at the end and save a little bit of that meter. Ah, a bunch of gold bars again. Oh, I might have been wrong about the RE4 reference for the Sorcerer Midget, since I forgot other bosses now dropped gold bars. Okay, so we got one more obelisk we have to destroy. I think we already established this one's a mirage, yes. Oh, and I'll show what this is like. Yeah, if you don't mash circle fast enough, then you get sucked in, and I believe that's an instant death. This should be where, yeah, this is where we started. It's a new skin for the midget enemies, but they don't behave there very differently. Great, that's all we needed to do. Now we can take this beam of light up to the floating pyramid, and we get another really hard level, which we'll do next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.